guys, welcome back to my page. I am the Reflective Perspective Oracle. My name is Charlene. Today we're going to do a pick a card reading surrounding what it is you need to know. So we have 3 piles to choose from. Pile 1, this piece of raw clear quartz. Pile 2, this piece of tumbled clear quartz. And pile 3, this clear quartz moon. Okay, so intuitively choose your pile, whatever your eye is drawn to. If it's drawn to more than one, that's cool. Timestamps are in the description box. So let's get started with pile number 1. All right, so if you chose pile number 1, this piece of raw clear quartz, let's see what it is you need to know. Okay, pile 1. So Spirit is commenting here on the fact that you, one of 2 scenarios. One, you have either been reaching out to people that you trust and that you love, whether that be real family or family that you've, made within your life. You've been reaching out to them because you have found yourself sort of in a situation where you're like, dude, what in the actual? Like, it's confusing, it's frustrating, it's what in the actual, right? But the thing is that we've also got, don't worry about it, it'll sort itself out. And that is referring to this card being in reverse. So when we get what in the actual in reverse, it's talking about how, this cage rattling event could actually be a big blessing in disguise, okay? So, it's saying that you're actually worrying about nothing. So, it seems like a big deal to you right now, but it's actually going to turn out in your benefit. So you're being asked to either continue reaching out or, to do so, like to initiate that, right? Because you need to discuss how you feel with the people that you love the most, and they're going to be there for you. They're going to lend an ear and a shoulder, right? And they're going to help guide you through this. And then also we've got the Owl card, and the Owl card speaks to, just focusing on healing, whether that be of the mental, physical, or emotional, but just knowing that you need to really self-nurture and just to put all your energy into that, okay? So if that requires you to, go within, take some time for yourself, baths, doing things that make you feel better, rehabbing an injury, or, just journaling. I mean, the list could go on and on about how we could help to heal ourselves. But one of the things is to, again, reach out to those that you love the most, because whatever this cage rattling event is for you, it's actually going to turn out in your favor, and you're really being asked to not worry about it because it's going to sort itself out, okay? So I hope that resonated for you, pile number 1. Moving on to pile number 2, if you chose this piece of clear tumbled quartz, let's see what it is you need to know. Okay, pile 2. So as of late, you could possibly have found yourself in an energy where you are overextending yourself to people, places, and situations, more along the lines of people, where you're revealing yourself too much, and you might be doing this out of a place of fear, okay? So, sometimes we over-explain ourselves, we write paragraphs to people trying to explain how we feel or what we think, or, telling them how they should treat us, right? But what happens is that when we do that, we're then telling people how, we're giving them our playbook, we're telling them how to treat us, right? So then they don't authentically show us how they would treat us. They treat us how we told them to treat us. And we don't do this consciously. It's like something that we do, to try to ensure that person or that situation or, that mindset or whatever, stays with us, right? Out of fear, right? Like we want to kind of give somebody a leg up so that, they know better, they know how to, conduct themselves with you. But the thing is that you just kind of end up, interacting with yourself and not the person that you're dealing with. I know I just said situations, mindsets, I guess, apply to your life, right? But this card is mostly about giving yourself away, giving your playbook away to someone else, all right? But what Spirit wants you to know here is that you've been given this situation so that you can kind of level up and step into your own energy, step into your own power, right? To take your power back, to become, a boss, right? Because Ladies Who Lunch, it doesn't just refer to ladies, it's everyone, anyone and everyone. It just talks about, a magical manifester, someone who's very good at, or who could be good at, stepping into their truth, into their power, into their own authentic energy, and calling in, the fact that they could be, do, or have anything they want. All right. You've got this. And the reason why I'm saying that Spirit kind of aligned this situation for you, or that you found yourself in this situation, is because we've got, they're building a life for you right now, which means that, you're co-creating with Spirit right now. You're, you quite possibly, you want to level up and get into this boss energy, but maybe you weren't fully in your power yet. Your boundaries weren't solid enough, right? You just kind of keep giving away the playbook, and you keep, telling people how to treat you. And that's the thing, we have to be very definitive about what it is we want. But we don't have to explain all the time. We don't have to keep giving people the playbook, like, this is what it should look like, this is how you should treat me, that kind of thing. If people want to be in your life, they've got to step up, right? They've got to step to your level, which is, where you set boundaries and they adhere to those, right? So again, I think Spirit's just saying, look, we did this for your growth, for your evolution, so that you could come into this butterfly, right? Because we're always having, deaths and rebirths. This is metaphorical. What I mean by that is, like, we're always, dying to the old and stepping into the new. So we're always going to go through this cycle of, being in the cocoon and then becoming a butterfly for each level of our life, right? So this level that you're currently on, you're being asked to, stop overextending and giving too much information and allowing the other team to have your playbook, right? To know how to play you. And again, people don't do this maliciously, right? They do it because, you gave them the playbook, and it just becomes like a subconscious thing, like, oh, that's right, they don't want me to treat them like this, I'll treat them like this, like how they told me to treat them. But what we want is for people to come at us authentically. So let that person show you who they are without you telling them how to treat you. And with that, you'll be stepping more into your boundaries, more into your power, more into this boss energy. Spirit's reminding you, you've got this, right? And just know that it's all for your growth and evolution, okay? So I hope that resonated with you, pile number 2. And finally, if you chose pile number 3, this clear quartz moon, let's see what it is you need to know. At least it's not as bad as last time is an energy of settling, okay? It's you convincing yourself that you are okay with where you're at, because it's not as bad as last time, okay? So you're saying to yourself, well, comparatively to anything else I've dealt with before, it's not as bad as last time, so I'll stay here. But you know that there's better, okay? And it's almost as if it's saying you're staying in the uncomfortable place because that is more comfortable than the unknown place, which would be, moving forward, success, that kind of thing, right? And I feel like this has to do with some sort of human interaction. I feel like you might be involved with someone where you are now coming to the realization that this person, or place or job or mindset, is not at the same level of perception that you're at. So you've leveled up, you've kind of matured in your mindset, in your mental, physical, emotional, spiritual growth, that kind of thing. You're seeing the situation for what it is. You're recognizing that you're staying in the situation, possibly out of fear. Fear of moving on, fear of having better, fear of the unknown, that kind of thing. But you're being asked by Spirit, so what you need to know is that this was all for your, ascension. This was for your growth, right? This unconditional love card talks about recognizing that, even though this person, place, or thing might not stay with you forever, we need to unconditionally love the person, place, or situation, because it brought us to a new level of awareness, right? It brought us to a place where we now recognize that, uh-oh, you know what? I'm settling. I'm staying in this situation because I'm afraid of what success could come. But you need to love that person, place, or situation. You know, we might not have thought that that person, place, or situation would ever leave us. But and there might be some, you know, attachment to that, maybe some emotions. You know, it's painful, it hurts, that kind of thing. But if we can step out of that and into the unconditional love, i.e., you know, my soul sees your soul. I appreciate that you came to me to help me, to be my mirror, right? I'm looking at these two, you know, beautiful souls kind of, they're mirroring each other, right? And so when someone comes into your life, or a person, place, or situation, it's mirroring what you need to see. And yeah, I feel like you've caught on to this now, and you've recognized what it is that you're doing, and that you're settling, okay? And so what you need to know here is that if you can keep your ideas about this situation, if you can keep your ideas based on facts, you know, then keep doing that, and that'll help you manifest anew, from a more positive kind of, you know, much more grounded place, right? But if you keep on kind of stitching all these ideas in your head together, about, you know, the possibilities of what could be, you know, that aren't based on facts, right? They're just, you're spinning your wheels in your head, you're coming from a place of confusion. I mean, that's what you're going to be stitching together, and that's not the right kind of manifestation, right? You've got to recognize this situation for what it is, how it was gifted to you as a way in order to, you know, see your truth, live more in it, and to unconditionally love yourself and others for all that's happened and all that's transpired. And that is going to help you, you know, stitch together this better manifestation that you want to come in the future, right? What you need to know is that you need to not be afraid of the unknown, to step out of this settling energy. Love every single thing that happened till this point. Love it with all your soul and all your heart, with unconditional love, right? Know that it gave you something. Look at this infinity symbol here, the reciprocity, right? It gave you, and you will take, it gave you something, and you will take something from it. It gave you something. You see what I mean, right? So just, you know, thank this person, thank this place, thank this job, thank this mindset, thank it all. Find the gratitude for it, be grateful for it, and then, you know, stitch your quilt or your blanket here with those facts instead of, you know, because when we sit in this energy of fear sometimes, or settling, we start to stitch things in our mind like, well, what if this, or what if that, and what if, right? And that's not going to get you a beautifully stitched quilt. I mean, it'll get you a quilt, right? But it won't be stitched out of things that are bringing you any sort of solidity, if that makes sense. So just basically what you need to know is find the gratitude, right? Look within yourself, understand that this was all given to you for your personal growth, not to fear the unknown. Step out of this settling energy and start stitching together a future that's more in alignment with what it is you're looking for, what it is you want instead of what you don't, okay? So I hope that resonated with you, pile number 3. Thank you guys so much for coming back to my page. I appreciate you guys being here so much. If you're interested in the Mystical Magical Mirror Reflective Perspective booklet and deck, there's a link in my bio to our brand new Etsy page, and you can find that there. Also, if you're interested in a private reading, I'm available for that too. Just send me a message in my DMs. Thank you guys so much for coming back, and have a fantastic day. Bye, guys.